Lesson 7, Resource 1. What happens in each step in equation solving? First of all, what I want you to know that there are many strategies, many ways to solve lots of equations. I give them to you in a certain way, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's the most efficient. It will always work for the level of equations that are being presented in this unit, but there may be other ways. Sometimes you might wish to use step 2 before you use step 3. However, every time you get a question and you follow these, you will get to the answer. But what does each one mean? I want you to know. So using the distributive property would be something like this. Negative 3 times 2x minus 4. And that might be equal to I don't know, 6 times 3x plus 2. So what do I mean when I say use the distributive property? Symbolically, it's a times b plus c equals ab plus ac. But you know, numbers are actually often much better. So I will multiply in, taking care to get my signs right. Negative 3 times positive 2x is negative 6x. And negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. I have just used the distributive property once. Here I go for a second run at it. 6 times 3x and then times 2. So 6 times 3x is 18x, and 6 times 2, as you know, is 12. This is what I mean when I say use the distributive property. When I say fractions be gone, I mean use a lowest common multiple. So if I have to deal with an equation that looks like, I don't know, so let's say x over 4 plus 1/3 is equal to 5/12. When I say use the lowest common multiple, what I mean is find a number that 4 and 3 and 12 all divide into. In this case, that number is 12. So I multiply both sides by 12. And what I get is, now I've got to use a distributive property. 12 times x over 4. But don't do that. We're trying to get rid of fractions. Go 12 divided by 4 is 3, so that you end up with, over here, 3x. That's what this became. Then 12, it's still there, divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. I'm going to take this equal sign out here. Now go on the right-hand side, equals, this equals, should be doing this vertically. 12 divided by 12 is 1, times 5 is 5. The expression on the left, this one, oh, that makes it all black. Don't do that. Okay. How about yellow? What will that do? Yeah, that works. It turns everything red. This expression and that expression are the same, except that the one on the right is much clearer, much simpler. When I say make zeros, I've got something like x minus 2 is equal to 5. Making a 0 allows you to effectively get rid of this 2 here by adding the opposite of 2 to both sides, so that I get a 0 there. And so that becomes x is equal to 5 plus 2 is 7. And finally, making a 1. Recall that making a 1 is doing this. If I have 2x is equal to 6, making a 1 means turning this coefficient into a 1, not by just rubbing it out, but by dividing both sides of the equation by that. And so I get that x is equal to 3. These 4 different steps will take you through all the equation solving in this unit, and they will be there all the way through to your PhD in mathematics, if that's what you want.